sell it for the high, need all my niggas. Niggas smoke, some niggas drink. Black niggas on the block, what they got their own thing. Yes, a nigga back up, they ain't up looking after. I got to act right if you niggas wanna act up. He talking like a snitch, no, that ain't my nigga. He tripping off a bitch, no, that ain't my nigga. Take a nigga day, shit, that's my nigga. Know him since I was 8, yeah, that's my nigga. Fuck my first bitch, pass to my nigga. Hit my first bitch, pass with my nigga. Fucking my niggas, cause I'm down for my niggas. I ride for my nigga. Fucking my niggas.
You are now listening to
This is it. Whoa.
The Queen's Table with Ja Indigo. Yeah. Serving royalty on hyperadio.com.
Hey, what's good? It's Ja Yada. It's the Queen with the hypest news and interviews, and you are listening to the Queen's Table. I want to thank everybody who's tapped in on social media. Definitely appreciate y'all. I want to thank everybody who is listening in on the World Wide Web. Appreciate you as well. I got an awesome show. I'm sitting in here with the likes of greatness right now.
Hello.
You understand what I'm saying? With the man who pulls the strings from behind the scene. This is the underground party starter. He gets the shit going. You understand what I'm saying? So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I got David B here sitting with me tonight. What's happening?
Oh, I'm blessed, Jada. It's crazy because I figured out how close you is to me.
Right? Oh, you did your research and figured it out?
Yeah, they got to call me like from the same place I'm from. I said,
Yeah. You done did your research. Now we gonna make sure you got my name right, baby.
Okay, get me right then. Give me
Ja.
right then.
You can just call me Ja. I go by Ja Yada, but you can call me Ja.
I got you, Ja.
Yep, right on. So you found out we from the same soil, huh?
And you know it.
Hey, that's
Hello.
always good.
3 C's.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in. So for those of you guys who don't know much about the man, we're gonna go ahead and dig in. He's gonna tell us all about what goes on with promotion. So if you ever wonder, as a promoter, but promotions as well, because you do promotions, right? So he's going to give us the behind the scenes, the promoter's aspect of things. He actually had several venues you guys probably have attended. I'm going to allow him to be able to speak to those. But several venues that we'll be talking about that he has going on. And we're just going to just get into the factuals tonight. So let the people know exactly who you are, who is David B. And I think you kind of touched on where you're from.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you go ahead and just expand on that.
Look, my name is David B. from Vallejo, California, Country Club Crest. You feel me? From the likes of greats like Mac Dre, J Diggs. You feel me? Mac Mall. And about me, I'm like she said, underground king.
Uh-huh.
I threw my first party in the 8th grade and I ain't stopped.
Is that right?
8th grade president, Springstown Middle School. But
I was sure gonna ask you. So when did this all get started? So your first party was 8th grade, Springstown. Where was the party at? At the house party? What was it?
No. Actually, it was at the school.
Okay.
The
sock hops.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave me the budget. You feel me? We brought out DJ Vaughn and we did our thing. You feel me? After that, I kind of fell in love with bringing people together.
Yeah, that's dope. Okay, shout out to Springstown. I went there for a short stint too. Yes. Okay, so now, even before I get into it, I want to part of what you already established your promotion. You actually have people, and I appreciate you for doing this, for tagging us.
Oh yeah.
For tagging us and promoting tonight's show. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. Do you know who the winner is? Did you already get that together or what?
Give me about 10 minutes. We're gonna get a winner. We're gonna give you that $50. You feel me? And thank you for we appreciate you.
Yes.
For supporting us and reposting, and we're just trying to keep growing.
Absolutely. So he said in about 10 minutes we'll be able to announce the winners. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Right on.
We just wanna. You feel me? The whole goal is to get it out. You feel me? Trying to be awareness to exactly what we do and how important it is for really establishing what is a good promoter, what is a bad promoter, and what is our role building the entertainment platform for artists, entertainers, and so forth.
Absolutely that. Well, you already left a good taste in my mouth, I'm telling you. Definitely a nice impression. So, now you have David B. Presents, and so I'd like to kind of expand on that. Tell us a little bit more about what is David B. Presents.
Well, David B. Presents, unfortunately, I just did a stint in the feds for 5 years. And,
okay, you fresh out?
Yeah, I'm fresh out. I'm about a year and a half out.
Well, welcome back home. I'm glad you're doing well.
God is
Maintain.
good.
I can't even tell. Look at him.
So, before I left, you feel me, I had a couple I work with a lot of different entertainment companies, Black Diamond, TPE, official DJs with DJ Truth official events, Big Dave events, in Sacramento, Deck, Fernati, all the greats, all the people that really help organize and build the entertainment life.
Okay.
So when I came home, I felt like the fastest way to get people reacquainted with me was by using my name, because my name was profound.
Okay.
Therefore, instead of naming myself, let's say Black ENT or something,
Yeah.
it'd take too much time for me to reestablish, okay, this is David B. So I felt like over all the events I did, everything I went through, that David B was the most potent name to brand in order to get people to adapt to it, for people to love it and get behind it. So
Okay.
I went with David B Presents.
Okay, makes sense. And that's your government, David.
Yeah, my government David.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
We call it David B. My granny stayed in the friendships.
Oh,
And,
those are the friendships.
and you know it. And she used to yell out
Yes.
the window, David B. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh shit, gotta go in. So you know, I stuck with it and it stuck with me.
Yes. Okay. All right. So exactly, as far as the services and things that you offer, what all is it that you offer? What all is it that you do?
Basically, our main base is bringing people together in forms of parties. Sometimes I done did funerals. I didn't raise money for different people to be buried.
Okay.
You feel me? I did a lot of parties, birthday parties. Really, what I do is create an environment where people can celebrate life.
There you go.
And that's the main objective. That should be the main objective of any promoter, is to build a platform where people can celebrate life and their accomplishment and really come together and, you know, enjoy themselves, because there's a lot going on right now.
Yes, it definitely is that. Yeah, that's good. So how are you maintaining this in this quarantine environment?
Oh my God.
Tell me what that looks like as
Yeah.
a promoter and putting on events. Are you doing something different with social media? Are you still having
To
events?
tell you the truth, I'm underground for a reason.
Yeah.
You feel me? I took a lot of risks in my life, so I feel like if I'm gonna take the next risk I'm gonna take, it's gonna be for something I want to do forever. You feel me? Some people it's kind of controversial. You know, I still do underground parties. You feel me? I got one tonight. You feel me? And really, I just keep it going.
Okay.
But coronavirus, I'm not gonna lie, it impacted me. It really impacted me.
Yeah.
I recently owned Club 848
Mhm.
in 1300 7th Street, West Oakland.
Okay.
And you know, this is our first year in business. We started in December,
Okay.
and I've been shut down for 2 months, and my rent is $10,000 a month.
Right.
So if this continues, which they're saying on the news that large gatherings will be banned,
Yeah.
I might be $40,000 behind. So right now we fighting to keep the club,
Yeah.
but it's a constant struggle.
Yeah.
You feel me? You just got to stay positive about
For
something
sure.
that you're passionate about. Even
Yes.
if we do lose it,
Right.
you feel me? The memories that we created, it's gonna flow right over into whatever we build next.
Right. So tell us a little bit more, for those of you that may not have attended Club 848. Tell us a little bit more about that venue and what do you all have going on there? Is it like a party, like people reserve and throw parties there, or what exactly is that?
I got you. It was called 848 Universal Arts and Culture Center. I actually thought about it. I was down, and I would think about. It was kind of like the Boom Boom Room when I was on my bunk. I'm
Okay.
like, okay, I watch life and I'd be like, boom, boom, room. And it'd be ticking in my head. And you know, I came up with 848. 848 was a penal code for Kingpin.
Okay.
And I wanted to provide a space, because there's a lot of people that want to throw parties and do different things. But there's not really a lot of places that cater to African Americans to gather. Therefore, I named it the 848 Arts and Culture Center. And then our goal was to really monetize by booking several events in a day to make it affordable for other people to do some things that they may want to do.
Okay.
So
That makes
usually
sense.
I start with during the day I might have a kids program. We did ballerina, hip hop, dance, jazz, from what I say from anywhere from like 4 to 7, from 9 to 1. We
Okay.
would do showcases or anybody that wanted to rent the venue. And then from after 1 o'clock we shut it down, and then we go to the legendary after hours.
I like that. I was definitely going to ask you, like, what are you doing, like, to connect with the community and kids, you know, and families? So, man, that's awesome to hear. Well, we definitely, I'm glad you're passionate about it, and I definitely want to see that thrive and you make it, because that is definitely a good thing to have. It ain't just about clubbing and partying. You have other things that's going on there. So that's dope. That's dope. So, so this is what you had dreamed of while you was locked up. It came to fruition, which is a blessing. So you're a manifester.
Yes.
And so right now you kind of talked about like kind of going through, you know, your valley, right? So is the venue still going on there, or are you on the road?
Definitely. All commercial buildings is definitely shut down.
Okay.
Don't try it. You feel me? Come from somebody that know. They will shut it down. Basically,
Mhm.
doing more of smaller gatherings at different locations, houses,
Okay.
smaller venues. And, you know, I mean, it's no secret. If you watch my page, you watch the videos, you feel me? There are what you may call strippers.
Okay.
And they come do their thing. They come strip.
Adult
They come
entertainment.
get money. Yeah, adult
Mhm.
entertainment. No
Mhm.
nudity. We don't do nudity.
Mhm.
But basically, I just feel like it's more like go-going because they don't get naked.
Okay.
But I feel it loosens up the environment.
For
'Cause
sure.
I usually see dudes, when dudes come in groups,
Mhm.
you know, a lot of men tend these days to have a lot of masculinity,
Yep.
you know?
Yes.
So they come in and they mugging,
Yep.
and it's just a better
Tense.
transition
It'd be tense.
when a
tension
woman
in
approaches
room.
you,
Yes.
you know?
Exactly.
Now it's like, okay, now I can, yeah, we're going to be players about the situation.
Right. Yeah.
You really-
Right.
That's what I do.
Exactly. Exactly. So you on point there.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how long have you been in the game? You touched on your resume, but how long have you truly been in the game?
I've been in the game really from 8th grade, but I'd say when I was 18,
Mhm.
really 17, I
Okay.
used to beg my mama to give me insurance policies to do it at the community centers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'd
Uh-huh.
be crying like, Mama, you gotta do it. I already, you know me, I talk too much.
Uh-huh.
So I already get myself in a hole. I'd be telling them, oh yeah, I'm gonna throw a party and yeah, and this and this and that.
Right.
And,
Got everybody all hyped
yeah,
up about
man,
it.
come on. And it'll be crazy. So, you know, I'd say for 2006 to 2020. So
Okay.
we're about 14 years deep.
Okay. Impressive. That's dope. That's dope. And still at it. That's what's
Man,
up. So
we're
you
not gonna stop.
So you were at this before really social media kicked off like it did.
Yeah, we only had Twitter and Facebook.
Right.
And basically the only other people that had a presence like us was the SMOP at the time. The SMOP was doing their thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, they was
Yeah.
popping up.
Uh-huh.
But you know, I started in a lot of places. Basically, I really thought it out.
Mhm.
You feel me? I really paid attention to what was going on.
Mhm.
To try to come up with methods to prevent a lot of the violence that was associated with African American events.
Yeah.
Therefore, prevention, I felt like prevention was better than trying to stop it when it already developed.
Right.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
just basically being observant, security, making sure that I talk to people, shake hands,
Right.
and saw their faces. I threw
Right.
parties at some of the dangerous places, Benicia Road, when actually my
Uh-huh.
hood was funky on Benicia Road,
Uh-huh.
and East Oakland, 85th Street,
Yeah.
San Francisco, East Palo Alto, Marin. There's
Mhm.
really not too many places we didn't touch, but it was always good vibes because we always made sure to take that extra to get to know
Right.
the people that was coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important. That's definitely important. So, now I'm asking because I want to know because before social media was in place, you had guerrilla marketing, you had
You know.
guerrilla promotion. So, were you part of that era?
Definitely. Man, we had 5,000 flyers. Shout out to Copy World in Berkeley, California. Been making flyers for us about 14, 15 years and doing their thing. CopyWorldInc.com.
Uh-huh.
And you know, you just have to hit the pavement. You got to hit the
Yes.
high schools, hit the colleges.
Yes.
You got to shake hands. Actually, I used to cheat
Mm. How was that?
because I noticed that a lot of flyers got thrown on the ground. So
Uh-huh.
I go to the dollar store, go buy some envelopes, make the flyers have signs and put in the envelope to make people think it was a surprise. So when they
Ah.
opened it, they had to pay attention to it because they already put the effort
Right.
to they already engaged
Right.
in figuring out, okay, now what is this that this
Uh-huh.
boy didn't handle?
Uh-huh.
And I got a better
That made it
turnout that way.
special.
Yeah.
That was smart. That was smart.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so do you think the old school, like the guerrilla promotions, do you find that better, or
I mean,
do you like the social media? You find
see, I think it's a combination of both, and it actually really depends on what you're doing.
okay,
You feel me? It basically got to do with quality and quantity.
yeah,
Now, if I want quantity, I'm gonna flood the internet. I'm gonna push it out. I'm gonna make a ticket cheap, cheap ticket price, and we're gonna get as many people in there as possible.
right,
But now, if I'm looking for quality, something more essential, something that's more intimate, then yeah, I'm gonna hit the streets and I'm gonna go talk to people.
yeah,
You feel me? Especially with dealing with the underground strip clubs.
yeah,
You feel me? You don't want a bunch of dudes in there standing around that don't got no money. It's just not
Right.
gonna work. A lot of people gonna be upset,
yes,
and it's just not gonna work
yeah,
out.
especially
So,
entertainment gonna be
oh,
upset.
come on,
Yes,
gonna kick my ass. Shout out to all the dancers.
right,
But you know, so with that, it's better to go out and say, hey, my name is Dave. Woo, woo. Hey, if you're interested, if you want a bachelor party, if you want to come hang out, if you want to come celebrate, I got girls. Come hang out. Other than just flooding on the internet, because sometimes you get unwanted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not saying unwanted about like the person or who they are, but certain events is catered towards spending more money than the average event.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, it is about making money. So
Exactly.
hell yeah.
Definitely. Business is profit.
Exactly. So now, do you have family or friends that was in the business prior, or this has just been something that was just a passion that you had, like you said, since 8th grade, since you got a taste of it?
You know, I'm from the country club Crest. We dance, baby.
Yes.
You know, that's how I've been dancing my whole life. My daddy from Richmond, you know, we had big family gatherings. We just dance. Really, my daddy didn't even let me listen to rap music.
Is that right?
I used to sneak it. And the only CD I can get my hands on was Free Mac Dre CDs and Romper Room. They used to pass out the Vallejo General practices. So, you know, I get my Mac
Shout
Dre.
out to Vallejo General.
And I let my daddy go to sleep, and I put on my little headphones, and I get to rapping some Dre.
So what was he okay with you listening to? What, like R&B or church music?
Nah, my daddy was cold Christian. He ain't playing none of that.
Okay.
Boy, get caught, get your ass whooped.
Okay. All right. Well, he got the morals and the values. So that means you was raised up and you had morals and values and some
I definitely
structure.
was.
Okay. All right. That's good to hear. So now, as far as like locations that you hit, like your cities, your states, what's your staples? Are you really NorCal or are you across the board?
Really, I'm NorCal. I have did events in a lot of other places, but it takes more capital to be established in other places.
Right.
You feel me? For shows that I venture out, it's usually with artists. The promotion business, the entertainment business, if you know anything of it, is different sections. And booking is a big section. So if you're smart, if you're somebody that can call trends or figure out a trend, like Blueface. When I first got out of jail, Blueface wanted $1,500 a show. If you would have booked 10 shows for $10,000 and pushed it out 6 months, and those 6 months, 6 weeks, and that 1 month, Blueface price went from a $1,500 booking fee to a $15,000 booking fee to a $30,000 booking fee. So booking is kind of like stock market. If you're able to predict,
pay attention
if you can predict who's next, you can capitalize. Almost like artists like Lil Baby. When he made the record with Nipsey Hussle, and Nipsey Hussle passed away, rest in peace, Nip. But that catapulted that song to the next level.
Absolutely.
So yes, booking is one part of the game, and it's a lot of different ways to make money with entertainment. And I done did it a 1,000 different ways.
So how do you speaking to that? With you having artists that do one moment, you know, it's $1,500 to book a show, and then they go up to, you know, whether it's 20 or whatever. How do you deal with that, and how do you prepare for something like that? Is it really you paying attention yourself to the trends, or?
Yeah, I book artists that I like. You feel me? I like to enjoy my parties as well. You might not see me dancing, you might not see me singing along, but in my mind, watching other people enjoy themselves brings joy to me.
Yes.
Therefore, I bring out artists that I like. For example, back in the day, I was blessed to catch the Young Boris, the Kurtz, the D-Los, when they was fresh, when they was first coming off with hits. So, you know, Simba, shout out to Simba doing his thing. And, you know, I was blessed to catch these people early on, where I built the relationships where I can make money. Like, for example, with artists, you want to build a relationship that's based on friendship and me supporting your music because I like it.
Absolutely.
Not upon business. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes them fees get ridiculous. Definitely do.
I imagine so. When folks get to feeling themselves, and or when somebody pay that, when they see somebody pay that, oh yeah.
And not only that, let me tell you this: a lot of artists, you feel me? Prices is what would you call it? When it fluctuate in price.
When it
What
fluctuates,
you call that? Basically, a lot of artists is not worth what they ask for. I done did artists and they asked for $5,000-$6,000 and 20 people came out. And what really pissed me off about situations like that is, as an artist, if this is your craft, I feel like you should do everything to get the best turnout for every show.
Right, exactly.
So any
you gotta
artist,
put in that effort too. Hella.
So any artist that I ever saw, you feel me, and the show didn't turn out as I planned, and they just walk out all happy like, hey, I got paid and this is my money. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure not to call you back.
Right.
You
Right.
feel me? Because I couldn't get with that. I'm spending my money because I believe in you, but you're not
Exactly.
taking the extra extent to promote yourself.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. Definitely that. I feel you. So, then let's talk about exactly what a promoter does. So for those of you guys who, have speculations, because people just speculate, we just gonna touch on it. Those who don't know assume that promoters get over on people, right? Because they just hear about the bad
Man, come on.
side of it.
I definitely been called plenty of janky promoters.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes things happen. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes things don't go as planned. Sometimes parties get shut down for different reasons. Sometimes people act out, and there's some things that you can't control, and people want their money back. And every promoter is not able to give 100 people their money back.
Right.
Going into the party, the promoter is already under.
Mm-hmm.
A building might cost anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. A DJ $250 to $500, depending on who you're booking. After the DJ, you got security that range from anywhere from $600 to $1,000. You got flyers, $150. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, $40, $50. You got promoters that want to get paid. So all these costs accumulate.
Right.
People think that we just throw the party, like we get the building, it's free. Now that's
not at
definitely
all.
not the case.
Right.
You feel me? So a promoter is an organizer,
Mm-hmm.
and they bring these different parts together to create the assembly, which is the party.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel me? In a pro, it's a cutthroat job. If people don't show up, you lose money. People can't continue to keep losing money. That's how a lot of clubs close.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
so a promoter is basically an organizer, and it doesn't matter what you may be organizing, whether it's a party, a funeral, whatever.
Mhm.
You feel me? A promoter job, what makes a promoter a good promoter is getting people to come out consistently
Right.
and buy tickets.
Right. Makes sense. What do you find is the biggest misconception that people have about a promoter?
That a promoter is janky. They hold the promoter responsible for everybody's action.
Mm-hmm.
A while back, it was something called the Tattoo Massacre, where 4 or 5 girls got killed. I was there. I had nothing to do with it. It wasn't my party.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a promoter, and a lot of people know me, so it got mixed up and construed that David B threw a party. David B was part of the Tattoo Massacre. So all that bad press came towards me, and it had a big impact, and that's what brought me to SAC.
Right. Okay.
Because the Bay Area was hot. It happened in Hayward. It was big. They hadn't caught who did it. A couple of people that got blamed that were innocent, and then they finally got down to the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
But for a long time, David B is a janky promoter. They made it
Defamation
seem
of
like
character. Yeah.
But you gotta understand, if you got a little sister, if you got a little brother,
Mm-hmm.
and they go outside and they get killed,
Mm-hmm.
people for their own, what would you say? People for their own resolution
Mm-hmm. You gotta
or
blame
say,
somebody.
yeah, and usually it's the promoter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he threw the party. He knew him.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's not always the case.
Right. So yeah, no, I hear you, and that is true. Somebody want to point the finger at somebody, and yes, it generally anytime a show or something go wrong, or if the artists don't get paid or don't get
Come on.
paid what they feel like they
It's old. or
what they was
do.
owed, or if the show did hella well and
Yeah.
they got, hey, this what you settled on, but it
we
looked
had
like
that
it was
plenty
I
of
bet, and then so that creates a whole situation. How do you handle those situations?
Definitely, let me say, you gotta have a backbone.
Mm-hmm.
You won't make it in this business without a backbone. Sometimes you gotta tell people, this is what it is. You feel me? Now, you can take it or reject it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the night, you feel me? I can only do what is allowed.
Right.
If sometimes, you feel me? That's why I like working with people that I know.
Yeah.
For example, I worked with one of your DJs, DJ Goofy, and it was some nights that was bad, and I say, hey, look, work with me. Believe in me. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna get you what you work, but we got it. It's growth.
Right.
Because this is not just my fault. I feel like the DJ should be promoting. I feel like the security guard should be promoting.
Right.
I feel like the bartender should be promoting. Because you
yeah,
need
it's
to
a group
understand.
effort, 'cause
the
we all gonna get off of that.
And the promoter creates the jobs for these people.
Right.
So to just blame it on the promoter is saying, hey, I also don't want a job.
No, it makes sense. Everybody is invested in promoting that event, so that way you make money
Yeah.
and continue to make money, and like you said, continue to keep employment. So
Exactly.
totally. So now, how did you ultimately know that you had the knack, you had the skill for promoting for the parties? Like, what was that one moment that just was
Yeah.
like, yep, this me?
Man, that one moment was Pinky's nightclub, legendary.
Uh-huh.
All the way, Garden Highway. It's closed now, but Pinky's. Jay
Yeah.
Diggs took me to my first club. You feel
Mhm.
me? I was 16, 17. It was a 21 and up club.
Uh-huh.
He snuck me in. You feel me? And I had a ball, and I never forgot it.
Mhm.
So I always wanted to throw a party at Pinky's, but the problem with Pinky's is it's a one-way roll.
Yep.
It's far out.
Yep.
Now, I threw my birthday party, Make It Rain, in February 2000. I think it was 2009, 2010. And I loved the Travis Porter song. I went to sleep listening to it, and I woke up in the morning saying, "Make it rain, trick. Make it rain, trick." Woo! And you know, so I called the party Make It Rain. We didn't have strippers because at the time I was only 19, 20. I didn't know where to get strippers in the Bay Area, to tell you the truth. But it was a lingerie party with Travis Sutton. Shout out to Travis Sutton, Royal ENT. This was when TPU was in its infancy. Priceless the Rock, Santana Poppy. You know, it was a good turnout. DJ Truth, now owner of Complex Nightclub. And we came together and we had a ball. We packed it out, upstairs, downstairs. And I just remember standing on stage, and they had to stop me. First I threw all the ones that we made. And then I attempted to grab the fives. I was out of my body.
Obviously.
Yeah, I definitely was.
Giving all the money away.
But just seeing that many people from that many places, it was people from Oakland, Vallejo, Sacramento, in the same place and enjoying themselves. That's when I said I got this.
Yeah. That's dope. That's a good ass feeling. That's a good ass feeling.
Yeah.
So I definitely remember Pinky's, that one-way road. Yep. Yep. And Vallejo the Crest was up in there all the time throwing shows.
Let's go.
So now as far as like with your club, of course, and you talked about when black folks come together, black and brown, when we come together, it tends to a lot of times be conflict and issues. Now, as far as now with your knowledge and wisdom, when you now have these events, how do you keep that control? And especially like you do house parties or smaller events, because those things still can pop off.
They definitely can. Well, at 840, I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people thought that some of the tactics that I use was very extreme. If you ever went to an after hours at Club 848, you're gonna walk around and you're gonna see people with AK rifles. You're gonna see people with shotguns walking around my security. Now, people thought I was crazy. They reported me to the city. They called the police. All my people had license to do what they wanted to do the things. You feel me? To carry these weapons. But I did it for a reason that a lot of people didn't understand. See, if you get drunk or you have a gun, but you see a big security guard brandishing a weapon, then 9 out of 10, your mind gonna tell you, if I pull it out, I gotta use it.
Right.
This also goes the opposite way. If I'm a security guard and my gun is tough, and somebody else approaches with a gun and they pull their gun out, when I pull out my gun, I'm forced to shoot.
Right.
And the goal is not to kill nobody.
Right.
So people said, "Oh yeah, he did too much and he doing too much," but no, I felt like I was doing what was necessary to detour actions of people that came with negative intentions.
Right.
I don't think a terrorist would have showed up and tried something if they felt like their life was in danger. Usually they prey on people that are not expecting things to happen.
Right.
Therefore, I go that extra mile. And don't get me wrong, all these people that was on my security guard, shout out to Big Sam, shout out to Lil Sam, shout out to all the security companies that I work with. I felt like it was necessary. Second, like I said, still interacting with people. And third is the host. People lost the host. The host is not appreciated anymore. But a good host know how to control a crowd.
Right.
So a good host will get on mind like, "Hey, shout out, look, this is David B. Look, we ain't here to celebrate life. Look, if you getting money, make some noise. If you didn't have a good time, hold on. Yeah, hey, check it out. If you don't want to dance with women,
Right.
then you can go on and take your ass home.
Right.
And kind of make people conscious like, damn, I'm doing something that's going to be
yeah.
frowned upon.
Right.
So I think that the host is very vital in controlling the crowd.
environment. You right.
And when he on
Absolutely.
stage, he can see what's going on.
Yep.
And fourth, knowing how to prevent certain situations from happening. A lot of people don't understand. I cuss DJs out all the time. If something happens in a party, the DJ bet not cut the music in my party unless I'm gonna beat the DJ up. Yeah, it is what it is. You heard it here. That is the most dangerous thing that anybody can ever do at any event is
Right.
cut off the music when a conflict breaks out, because that creates panic. That
It
makes
does.
people look for the reason why the music was cut off.
Right.
And I done seen people get stumped out. I done
Yeah.
seen people get shot. I done seen all type of crazy things. Not at my event, but just going to other events and noticing this.
Yeah.
So like I tell a DJ, never cut the music.
That makes
Never,
sense
ever
because
cut the
that's
music.
shutting the whole shit down and
Yeah.
definitely gonna make pandemonium because everybody gonna be looking for where the problem at.
Exactly.
I want to take a moment just to thank everybody that's tapped in. We definitely appreciate you guys. I I definitely want to, and yes, I hear and I see your comments. Look, somebody said if they pay a fee, they ain't gonna trip. Well, you know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I definitely want to thank all you guys that are tapped in. For those of you guys that are on Facebook Live, hey, start a watch party. Tell a friend and join in.
Hello.
We are talking about the party scene. We got the promoter, David B, in the building, and he is giving us the inside scoop. Y'all have probably attended plenty of his events from, Sacktown all the way back down. He is here in the building, and we are having an exclusive conversation talking about a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So yes, I appreciate y'all that are on IG that are tapped in with us as well. Thank you, the viewers that are there, and everybody on World Wide Web. I just want to thank you for taking the time to tune into the Queen's Table. So I'm going to go ahead and get back into it, but I definitely want to thank my people because I want y'all to know that I do see you and I appreciate you. Yes. I think your uncle, he done tapped in. Somebody said, nephew.
Oh, yeah. What's up? That got to be my Uncle Wimp. What's up, Unc?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, what are some specific things that you have learned from the streets, like just growing up in the hood, that has helped you as being a promoter? Because you definitely sound very articulate. I definitely hear that educated. So I know you seasoned in soap game. What are some key things? If you could just name maybe 3 key things that you have learned that you have used, in the promotion business.
I think the biggest one and the most important one and the one that's forgotten, all 3 in one, is respect. I think some people overdo certain situations that cause them to escalate. You feel me? But I like, me personally, I approach each situation with trying to be to understand and see the other side or the other perspective of the person. I had a boy, we did a party in Antioch with Nefta Pharaoh, went viral. It was a viral pool party. And I had a boy come in there and he was real conflicted. So I see him, he tripping.
Yeah.
And I said, brother, what's wrong? He said, my grandma died. And I hugged him.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh, you feel it.
Yeah, because I love my people.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I want to see my people get better.
Yeah.
And I understand sometimes we be out of our minds. So
Yep.
so having respect, not jumping off.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
We be
Yep.
so tense to be like, oh, he said, what'd he say?
Yep.
Nah, it's not like that. I done lost a lot of people.
Yes.
You feel me? And I love my people. You feel me? So I think respect, we gotta respect each other. We gotta respect each other's place. And they see me like I'm real passionate about what I do. So
As
yeah,
you
I
should
might
be.
tear up sometimes.
Yeah.
People know me, I'm passionate, and that's why it works. Because I believe in it.
Right.
You feel me? And I really love the people that come out.
Exactly.
I love bringing the people together. I'm
Right.
from Crest. I'm from North Vallejo.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I got a party in South Vallejo. My whole life revolved with South Vallejo.
Yep. I know.
My whole life. E40 is damn near my cousin. He used to bring Droop to my birthday parties. She'd be like, damn, Dad. Oh,
Right.
my God.
So
you know my
conflicted.
friends.
Yes.
You feel me? But
Already know.
going to jail, you feel me? I learned that you got to be your own man and you got to get to know people.
Yes.
Because you never know what you may have in common.
Yep.
Really, the reason you might not like each other or love each other because you have something that's in common that you both feel compassion about, but don't understand the compassion coming from the other person.
Yep. Man, that was such a moment right there. I really, that's what our black men, we need to do.
Come on.
And you already setting the tone, setting the bar. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When some shit like that go off, yes, you should. If you can calm the situation down, if
Yep.
it appears and you get that energy that somebody might need a hug, a lot of times people do need a hug.
And you'll be
A lot of
surprised.
times somebody just needs to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get out and we party and we have a drink and we be on drugs, and most of the time it's because of things, the tragedies and the traumas that have happened to us that
Not
make
only
us
that,
snap.
you know, nobody wants to go through something to stay in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
You're right.
and that's something that's common. People go to parties for different reasons. Some people go to parties to dance. Some people go to parties to socialize. Some people go to parties to drink.
Right.
But other people go to parties to escape.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So then you just got to be mindful of that. You got to be mindful of people that you think they partying when really they mourning.
Yeah.
And so that's why I said respect is a big thing. I get on my security guards. If I see security being over rough with certain individuals, I'm gonna tell them like, hey, cut that out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Apologize. Because like I tell my security, they came here to act up. We're here to make sure that they don't act up. Therefore, you can't take nothing as personal as people that came here that we expect to do something, you know?
Right.
Or expect to maybe have some type of too many drinks or, you know, so just working with my security, talking to my security before each event,
Right.
and really explaining to them, like, check this out. Man, you're not the police. man, we not here to kill people.
Mhm.
We not here to hurt people.
Right.
We here to make sure that these people have fun. So I need y'all
And
to be
everybody's
mindful of
safe.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we're just gonna shift gears a little bit, and we're
Okay.
gonna talk about artists in
Yeah.
particular. So, as with promotions, are you more focused on? Is it more artists, musicians, or is it more entertainers? Because when I do look at your page, I see more entertainment of the ladies,
Yeah, definitely,
entertaining.
definitely. I love the ladies.
So, are you promoting more? Is it which is it?
Let me tell you right now, it's building my capital back up.
Okay.
Now, the thing I love about the ladies that entertain, they make money by the guests that attend. Therefore, it's in their best interest to invite people to come out, who then pays for tickets at the door,
Right.
and then pays to see them entertain.
Yes.
Therefore, it's a more profitable situation, and the girls also pay to dance. So it's a more profitable situation when you have entertainers that's not only willing to pay, but also willing to bring people out. Composed to an artist, which you pay in advance, and some
Right.
of them don't care if one or two people
Like
come
we
out.
was just talking about.
Exactly.
Right.
As long as they get paid.
Right.
You know, therefore, yes, I do deal with the entertainers, but it all comes hand in hand because a lot of different artists, I catch a lot of after parties. So there's a lot of different artists that come out and they want to be in a strip club scene. So I usually get a lot of people to come for reduced prices or for free, just so they
Okay.
can be in that underground life.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Definitely got to have some strategy to that. So, now, as far as, so it sounds like primarily you're saying you kind of like more
Yeah.
focus on the entertainment
but-
side of it than more of the artists.
But don't get me wrong, I love artists. Look out for Stephen G. Just dropped his video, Handcuffed, from Los Angeles, California. Janky Mitch from the country club Crest. North Richmond, man, I can't remember your name, brother. I'm going to get it, but I'm going to shout you out because I was just listening to a banger. But I love artists. I let a lot of artists perform on my parties for free. I don't charge a lot of artists. I don't believe in showcases. I don't like showcases. I have worked with other people that did them. You feel me? But
What is it about showcases that you don't like?
no, I just don't like the concept of booking a lot of artists that may not be talented and putting them on a show that people might not enjoy.
Okay.
I think people need to understand if you're good at a craft, because I feel like in life you need to find out what you're good at. You feel me? Instead of wasting your time doing things that you may perceive good at. So sometimes somebody got to tell you that,
Yeah.
hey, check this out, bro. This is not for you.
Right.
But with showcases, when money is involved, it don't matter how good or bad you is, and that takes away from the headliner or whoever the good artist is, because you don't want to be in no show. 50 people, Blaster, that's his name. Hello. You don't want to be in a show, and it's 50 artists, and you waiting to hear the artist you like,
Right.
and you done heard all this bullshit.
Yeah.
You kind of be, you be dried up
Right.
by the time you get in that thing. You like, man.
Yeah, I can't lie. I have, I definitely support a lot of local artists. I love singing. I like neo soul, so I go to a lot of events that are showcases that are like that. And I do know what you're talking about. The whole build up, you have the highs and the
Yeah.
lows, and you be like, man, if they don't get
Man,
to so and so.
But let me shout out one person, and I definitely got to shout out because he puts on a good show. He bring people out. He don't get as much credit as I feel he deserve. Lil Buddha Baby from Sacramento, South Side. South Side and outside. Lil Buddha Baby been doing this thing, and I love him because he's passionate about his music, and he actually promote. He done surprised me. He done build buildings. He done brought
Okay.
artists together. And I really feel like he's passionate about his craft. Not only that, he works with, as far as I can see, a lot of people in Sacramento. You feel me? So shout out to Buddha Baby. Keep doing your thing.
For sure. So now, when you're making a lot of noise, when you're relevant, you know what I'm saying, the spotlight is on you. You're definitely dealing with, haters that come with the
Exactly.
territory. So how do you handle those situations?
You feel me? For the most part, I try to ignore it, but it gets to a point where you can't ignore it.
Exactly.
I done had people call the police on my parties. I done had people say that I was going to call police on people's parties. You feel me? And to tell you the truth, I do have a good relationship with Oakland PD and Vallejo PD and other police departments. You feel me? But the relationship is built for they won't have to come.
Right.
Therefore, I can call them and say, hey, we got this.
Right.
Because like I said, I'm for my people now. Now with the haters, you feel me? I don't understand why usually it's African Americans hating on each other, which is horrible.
It is.
But they need to understand that we have the littlest piece of the market. Therefore, it's really not that much money to go around. Therefore, by hating on one event, we hate on the whole. Because a lot of the I don't like to say whites because I don't like to try to isolate anybody. But a lot of the more privileged people that got these clubs and can afford to have bigger venues and pay for the permits, that gives them more of the advantage to say, I'm not going to take a risk at these little clubs or with these book pesos or the David B's or the TPEs or the Santana Poppies. I'm just going to go to whatever lounge or, you know. And then so it really takes away from all of us hating on each other.
I agree.
And now I must admit, sometimes I do feed into it. I'm not perfect. You feel me? Sometimes I see stuff and it pisses me off, and I might get started. I get to typing, and then I stop. You feel me? Because I say, man, you're more intelligent than that. So I try to reach out no matter how many times. Like, hey, brother, you feel me? We don't got to like each other. But let's just keep it off the internet because it looks bad for us as a whole.
Yes. That's definitely a mature way to handle. That's facts, though. That's definitely facts. So, as far as like when it comes to promotions, what do you find better, concert venues, or more like the parties, like the weekend parties?
See, it all depends on what better is for you.
Okay, but when it comes to financially better.
Oh yeah, financially, you're definitely reaching for concerts that are affordable. This business, which a lot of promoters don't know, is a numbers game. You feel me? One person, another controversial artist. You feel me? I work with everybody, but Mozzie came to me with a unique approach. He asked me how many seats was in the building or what was the capacity. I told him it was X amount of seats, and he told me he want $6 or $10 per head.
Okay.
Now coming to a promoter, that makes more sense. That gives me incentive to book you.
Yeah.
Because now you're taking you're taking upon the risk with me. Therefore, it's not on me, so I expect you to promote.
Exactly.
Compared to an artist that tell me he want $5,000-$10,000, and I'm just supposed to believe that you just that high.
Right.
You know, not only that, it's different demographics, demographics. Also, people need to understand this about music. See, music is a science. Kids make music hot, but the people with buying power make artists rich. Kids make things trends. Adults don't have time to listen to no song 1,000 times. You're starting to see more and more, increasingly, a younger age of mainstream artists.
Yeah.
When back in the
I
day,
agree.
it was older mainstream artists. So now, and that's why, because with YouTube, these kids get on the internet and they start to see the trends. And when an adult come home, they're not gonna search music. They're gonna look for what pops up first. What pops up first is what the kids made trend. And then the people, you feel me, the adults is who buy the music. They pay for the tickets, or they get their kids to go out. So it's two parts to the game. Now, some people might be in their infancy phase where they hot, but they're hot with the kids.
Right.
And they throw a concert 21 and up, not understanding their demographics or their market, and nobody shows up.
Right.
And so you really got to understand who you dealing with, what you dealing with, you feel me, and really your overall audience. Who do you cater for? A lot of people just make music and don't know none of the people that listen to their music.
Right.
You got to go figure out what type of people like my music.
Yeah.
You feel me? And what can I do to motivate them to share my music?
You got that. And I hear a lot of times artists will talk about wanting to be diverse.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Nah, that's
It
definitely
sounds good to want to be diverse.
Diversity is the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, but you know that's what they say.
Yeah, see, first you have to be established. You have to build a foundation.
Establish your lane.
I always tell everybody, you got to start where you stand. Fuck LA, fuck Atlanta, and I'm not being rude or I'm not being disrespectful. What I'm saying is, you got to start right here. I don't care if I'm from Benicia. I don't care if I'm from Vallejo. I don't care if I'm from American Canyon. I don't care if I'm from some little small suburb. You got to be proud about where you're from, what you stand for, and what you talk about in order to build that foundation that's going to escalate you. You feel me? When you're not hot, you feel me? That foundation that's gonna support you and motivate you to say, hey, I know you can do this. That it don't matter. I believe in him. I'm gonna buy his record, whether I like it or not.
Right.
And you know, we kind of see that with Haiti Baby. Haiti Baby, another good artist. He transitioned. The first transition was great. As he went to sound more and more diverse, his numbers started to dwindle. You start seeing less and less shows. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Haiti Baby and his management. I know him. We good friends. And then he started to gear more towards what he was known for. You feel me? The up amp. And it's just to say that you don't have to change for people to love you.
Right.
You feel me?
Stay true
Sometimes
to yourself.
people support you because you are you.
Yes, I totally agree. But I had to just touch on that, and I'm glad that you shared your opinion on that, because that is like a thing that I hear all the time, and I don't know if it's just to keep word that people just want to use because it sounds good. But it's like, dude, lock down your lane. I agree
Man,
with you
come on.
wholeheartedly. What you're saying, lock down your lane. Then you might could
Yeah.
play a little bit over there. But yeah,
Not
I'm with you.
Not only that, you know, you see artists that's weird. You saw an artist say, a shubba shabba, and he got hot.
Yes.
And he stayed true to what he did. And although I might not like it, I don't represent every individual in
Right.
America.
Mhm.
There's so many different demographics. People are so caught up in what they see, where they from. But really, it's somebody that loves everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I definitely suggest that people really study, you feel me, their analytics on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah. That's true because people don't even go over to that side of it to see.
No, they definitely
That's how
don't.
you really take it to the next level by looking at those things and understand where your base is so you can grow off of that. And check them out. Check those people out that's following you and what they got going on. So yes, you're right. So as far as like promoter, do you think that it's saturated? Do you think the game is saturated with promoters?
Definitely, I do not.
Okay.
I feel like, yes, it's a lot of people that come in. I wouldn't call nobody that throw a birthday party a promoter.
Mhm.
My mom threw me 18 birthday parties. I wouldn't call her a promoter.
Mhm.
I think for one to be a promoter, although there is no such thing as a promoter guide, that a promoter first off has to be able to put things on paper and understand where's the money being spent, what money's coming in, and how much money you make.
Mhm.
You feel me? As far as the market be saturated, yes, everybody's going to eventually try to throw a party because it looks easy.
Mhm.
But as far as I know, there's only about 10 main promoters.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Now for party promoters, you feel me, like right now in the Oakland area, you got me, you got Book Peso, you got King, you got TPE Prices to Rock, you got Santana Poppy, you got Big Dave Presents. Who else? If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry, it slipped my mind. But I say it's about 10 main people. Oh, Dieter, shout out to Rose Entertainment. You feel me? I forgot about you. But yeah, you have these main people that consistently do events.
Mhm.
Now you have a bunch of other people that come pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out.
Mhm.
But those people usually don't be successful.
Right.
So I wouldn't say it's saturated.
Yeah.
You feel me? I feel like there's not enough.
There's not enough.
For example, I'm doing an after hours at Vallejo.
Mhm.
People from Oakland is not going to drive to Vallejo Park.
Mhm.
People from San Francisco might not want to drive across the bridge to go to Oakland.
Right.
Therefore, by just understanding the people in your community, what's going to get them to come out,
Mhm.
you feel me, equals successful events. I done threw events when Drake was having a party, and I caught all the people
I
after.
remember when Drake had a
Yeah,
party
come
and
on.
he was out in the
And
Bay.
You
yeah.
got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now, I know that I can't compete with Drake,
Right.
but I also know that everybody ain't going to
Okay,
get in that building.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So me being me,
yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna be discouraged, and I'm gonna still do what I gotta do.
Yep. And we gonna get the residual because everybody ain't gonna be able to get up in that thing.
And it's $40 cheaper.
Right. So, as far as like with it's really not a lot of promoters,
Yes.
and it's really, as far as clubs, it's really not a lot of clubs
Man,
either, though.
There's definitely not a lot of clubs that do events for African
For
Americans.
us, and that's really what I'm talking about.
And it's been racist. To be honest, I used to do my best friend, one of my good cousins. What's up with you, Jackie? One of my best friends is Travis Sutton. He's a Mexican guy.
Mhm.
He had a Royal Entertainment, and I used to do a lot of my events through him. And I noticed that they'll be more quicker to tell him yes, although I'm organized and put everything on paper,
Mhm.
and it makes sense.
Mhm.
But he would pick him over, even though we was working together.
Mm.
And then so one time at a Club Miss, you feel me? The one of the management, he said, it's too many African Americans in here.
Wow.
Yeah, tell me about it. Habibi's, I left Habibi's because the security guard called me a nigger.
Mhm.
And you know, I was dumbfounded. And believe me, I'm not a person of anger because I know he's ignorant.
Yeah.
Therefore, I didn't get mad.
Mhm.
But when I talked to the owner asked us to apologize to each other. And I walked away. And you never heard about Habibi's again. It was done.
Uh-huh.
And I made sure of it.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they always think that we're the aggressors. But let me tell you, the African American and the Mexican crowd is the most profitable crowd for clubs because they're the only people in the world that goes out consistently without planning.
Mhm.
We go to things that trend and pop.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of the other races, they plan to go out to parties. Them are the people that buy tickets
Right.
3-4 months in advance.
Right.
If you from an African American family, you damn sure ain't spending no money you got right now
Right.
for something that's happening some other time. We is not
Right.
worried about Drake in December right now.
Right.
We worried about the summer and what's popping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, but that is true though. So I do want to touch on, because I thought it was really impressive when you talked about what you had going on at 848 with the kids.
Yeah.
I really, really admire that, especially with the arts and culture. So what are you doing? Because you being from Vallejo, and we know, hometown got some opportunities, right? We got
Yeah.
Hakeem Brown doing his thing in
Shout
the
out
town.
to
I'm
him.
proud of Hakeem. We got Orlando Graham that's doing his thing
Shout
as
out
well.
to
And so I'm really proud of them with what they're doing to, combat the negativity and the things going on and keeping the kids, trying to go in the right direction. What are you also doing? Because I know 848 is in Oakland.
Yes.
What are you doing in your hometown?
I tell you the truth, and this is for everybody. If you ever got an idea, David B is definitely the person to come to. You feel me? Besides me throwing my own parties, I done funded a lot of events that they took off.
Mhm.
I funded the first Yike Fest in Hayward.
Mm-hmm.
I funded TP events. I done funded Lit Nation events. I done funded a lot of different events where I'm not always looking to credit, but to assist. How can I assist you? And if it makes financial assist, I'm definitely somebody that's going to invest in your idea.
Mhm.
I also work with different community colleges, Solano Community College, out there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So for my community, I'm trying to get people, you feel me, to share their ideas and don't smother them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm
Mhm.
trying to be that person to say, well, he did it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a shot. Because let me tell you, it's almost like rapping these days. Back in the day, before Soulja Boy, if you told somebody you wanted to be a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
boy, they looked at you crazy.
Mhm.
You want to be a what?
Mm-hmm.
You go home and tell your mama you want to be a rapper and see what she gonna whoop your ass.
Right.
And nowadays with YouTube taking off, you feel me? Everybody's getting their claim to fame, and a lot of people is making money
Mhm.
off of music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But they first saw somebody, which at that time was for some people Soulja Boy. For me, it was Mac Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Make money, and it made you say that, damn, I got a shot. I could do this.
Right.
So I hope me being somebody from Vallejo, California, somebody not having the resources, somebody that have felonies, that they've been to prison, that they've been to the feds, that they've been to the state,
Mm-hmm.
and come out and take an idea
Mhm.
and watch it explode
Yeah.
into something that's beautiful.
Right.
I hope to inspire people to say, hey, let me call David B and see how I can share my music or my ideas.
Right, right. And speaking of that, I had a few people I see that are actually want to tap in with you. So I'm gonna let
Yeah.
y'all know at the end of the show, he's gonna give his contact information, so that way you can reach out to him.
Yeah.
He's open to those ideas. He's right there in the itty bitty city, or
Hello.
close enough that you'll be able to connect with him and get some things going on. So we'll definitely touch back on that, and he'll be able to give you his social and all that good stuff.
Yes, we will.
So, as far as like what you find is the biggest difference between your individual promoters and like your big companies like Live Nation. Have you ever
yeah.
wanted to like collab or connect with them, or do you like to remain like on an independent?
Now, actually, I just reached out to Sean Healy. Like, it's crazy. A lot of people say I'm the biggest promoter, and they don't know who Sean Healy is.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Healy also worked with Live Nation. Is one of the biggest promoters. He's been organizing shows for a very long time.
Okay.
And he's one of the dudes. He didn't work with Kendrick Lamar. He didn't work with the Jay-Z's. He didn't work with everybody. It's
Mhm.
somebody that I actually look up to. You feel
Okay.
me? As a person.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Like
And
a mentor.
concerts is a different ball game than parties.
Yeah.
You feel me? Concerts is math work backwards. If I have an artist that I know can fill a building, it's not a question about if I can sell the tickets. Because the question is, do I have enough seats? And can I charge a certain price to make a profit off of this artist?
Mhm.
You don't got a question if Beyonce gonna fill event.
Right. Not at all.
But you definitely know with her asking price that you gotta get a stadium.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, only a fool will put Beyonce in a club. Beyonce and Jay-Z don't even do clubs no more.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean. It's about the math and working backwards when you're dealing with artists, because you don't have to find the people, because the
Right.
people are already tapped in.
Mhm.
Now with a party, you got to go find the people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? A good party promoter is somebody that can bring people out without an artist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So yes, it's definitely two different things.
Right.
You feel me? I love them both. Like I said, I like parties in general.
Mhm.
But you just need to understand, you feel me, the math and the demographics of it, and how one is worked backwards and forward.
Okay. Okay. So do you I know you're based primarily here in NorCal. Do you collaborate with other promoters, you know, state to city to
Definitely.
city? Okay.
We just tuned in Detroit. Boy, I gotta remember your name.
Shout
You
out
just
to the
said
D.
it. Yeah, shout out to Detroit, Atlanta, and you know, a lot of people tap in. You feel me? And they want to bring certain artists out here, or like I just said, we just had Stephen G come out here. We took him to the high school. He did a little performance at lunchtime.
Oh, dope.
Excuse me. Other little artists, Janky Mitch. Janky Mitch. Shout out to Slimmy B. Always come out and support. But yeah, for the most part, you feel me? You feel me? It's great to reach out. You feel me? And I love the artists that come out and show like, oh, excuse me. Shout out to Priceless Rocky, another one.
Okay.
Put on great shows.
Yeah.
You always go to a lot of high schools and
Okay.
things. D-Mac, Lil Tawana.
Yeah, he was here not too
Yeah.
long ago. Yeah, I think that's really important, and I personally think that it's good as a promoter for you to cross those lines because you can kind of know you're out of state, you're kind of out of bounds, right? As they should do the same. You're out of bounds. You're not sure if whoever it is a go, because I know you can travel down some roads that might not end so well dealing with certain people. So I think, you know, that's my opinion, and I ain't a promoter, but I just think it makes sense.
And not only that, just looking into the show beforehand and talking to people that know the market and the people in the area.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't suggest that you ever step on nobody's toes. Don't ever go nowhere that you're not from and don't know nothing about, and think that you're going to come because you're going to make people feel disrespected.
Right.
So I suggest that you tap into the local community and figure out who is the promoters, you feel me, and go about it the right way than just trying to barge into somebody else's market.
Right. How do you make those connections work though? Like, if you are from out of town as a promoter, when it comes to, you know, club owners and promoters, and you just want to expand yourself, how do you make that happen?
First, you got to have something to offer. You got to understand what's valuable to this venue. You feel me? Part of knowing what's valuable to a venue was first determining how a venue makes money. A 21 and up club makes money off alcohol. You feel me? Therefore, the alcohol sales might be priority. And a 21 and under club makes their money off tickets. You feel me? So basically, knowing what the club is looking for. A 21 and up club definitely is not going to book nobody that's going to cater to anybody under 21.
Right.
Now, if you're trying to fill somebody out, fill a club out, you definitely want a popular artist that's going to fill it. So coming into that, if I know it's a building in a different state, I'm going to say, hey, look, I got this contact to Blueface or whatever, and he want X amount of dollars. And how about we go half on the show? And now that gives them incentive, you feel me, to not only meet a contact they might not have, but also alleviate some of the costs associated with doing a show. You feel me? So you got to have something to offer. You got to know what they're looking for. You got to be able to say, this is how I can make whatever you're doing better and also help myself. It can't always be about me, me, me. Nobody's going to let you eat off their plate if you're not helping cook no food.
Right.
So sometimes you got to say, you cook the chicken, and I'm going to get these string beans and mashed potatoes.
Facts. I did want to just take the opportunity for you guys to that may be interested in promotions. That's why I ask these questions, so that way you can know. I'm sorry, you guys had a pause for a cause, had a question that came across. But so I ask these questions because I know people out there that, you know, may be interested in the business, just want to know behind the scenes. So how would you say that someone would become a successful promoter? Do you need to come in with a name, with a clout, with money?
No. You got to come in with a love for people. If you love people, it's going to work. It was a time where I could just post a status on Facebook and the party would be filled at something called a Maury Cabin in Vacaville, California. It was in the cuts. Nobody knew where it was. And we packed that dang out. You feel me? Also, it used to be a dude called 500. You feel me? From Richmond, California. It was this little venue. Boy, this venue was sketchy. Long road to the back, one way in, one way out. You feel me? But he was good people. And you got to have a love for people. It always starts with one person. You feel me? Therefore, sometimes it might not be smart to jump in a big building. Sometimes you might throw a house party or throw a gathering. And then get to stand out there like, hey, look, this is who I am. Hey, invite a friend. Shake your hand. So if you're just starting, I say that you definitely got to be able to have good communication skills. If you don't like talking to people, this is not for you.
I agree.
Unless you have a whole lot of money to bring out Beyonce.
Definitely would have to agree with that. Communication is definitely going to be key. Trust. And really honesty too. You know,
Exactly.
being transparent. I think that's really important.
It's been a lot of times I tell people information that they didn't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I had people upset, and I had people come back to apologize for me. I done also worked for other clubs where I was a conflict solution go-to.
Okay.
Therefore, I got to tell somebody we accidentally set somebody in their booth, they drunk, it's their birthday, I'm cussed out, all type of this and that, and I got to humble myself and know that these people was just upset because they came here to celebrate.
Right.
You feel me? So it definitely, you feel me, it comes with, you got to keep a clear mind in this business.
And a level of empathy for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Please, it gets tough. Oh, I done had to tell people, boy,
I can imagine. I know they was going off.
man, I done had to tell people they ain't getting their money back before.
Yeah.
I done had to hide. You feel me? I done been in the back waiting for the last person to leave. You feel me? So, yeah.
I
But,
imagine.
but I get on the internet and I apologize to people and tell them what it is. It's hard.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But people respect the truth
Yeah.
at the end of the day. You know, you gotta respect the truth at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So, yeah, that's good to know. So for those of you guys who are thinking about traveling that avenue, those are definitely some key things that you want to make sure that you have. Now, when it comes to compensation,
Uh-huh.
right? How do you make sure that you're compensated for what you put out? You know.
Definitely. This is one of the trickiest things in this game is
Mhm.
making sure that you make money. You
Yeah.
feel me? There is no, anything can happen. Let me tell you, it was my birthday, I think it was my 21st birthday. I was throwing my birthday party in Fairfield at the little comedy club,
Mm-hmm.
and it was doing good. Me and DJ Troop, Oscar Edwards at On Complex Nightclub, we sitting on the couch.
Mhm.
I got, it was Facebook back then.
Mhm.
I got a 1,000 people subscribe. I done rented the poker tables because it's a game night.
Mhm.
And I sat there and I said, "Ooh, wait, this party about to crack." He said, "It sure is." I said, "Yeah, man, the only thing that can happen now to stop us is the building burn down."
Mm.
He said, "Dave, man, I think the building is on fire."
Shut up.
And sure enough,
Shut
the club
up.
burnt down in Fairfield, California. For my birthday. Yep, you can look it up. This is facts.
You gotta watch out what you manifest. I tell you a manifester, you can't just be putting stuff in the
I
air.
couldn't believe it.
Wow.
And it definitely happened.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, that was something I couldn't control. But things
no,
happen.
but damn, how you
Things-
spoke that up.
It definitely. Things
That's
happen.
crazy.
But I think the best way, you feel me, is first to build a team of people that's gonna work with you.
Mm-hmm. And
'Cause that-
believes in what you
Exactly. 'Cause
in the mission.
that takes a lot of pressure off of you.
Yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
somebody that can see that, okay, it didn't go good, man, give me what you can give me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Composed to somebody to say, I want 200.
Mm-hmm. Regardless.
Yeah, and now you in a situation where sometimes you may feel like, man, I gotta defend myself. Do I gotta fight this person? Do I gotta
Yeah.
run from this person?
Right.
And them is definitely situations, you feel me, that you don't want to be in.
Right.
You feel me? So first, create relationships with people that support you and love you, and get as much help in beginning as possible from people that you know. The second thing is, please work in your means. Don't go
Mhm.
too far out of your means to try to impress other people.
Mm-hmm.
I done threw some of my best parties in the most horrible places,
Mm-hmm.
dumps,
Right.
and people came out like, woo we
Don't
had a
like
good
that
time.
ratchet shit.
Yeah, you know, and I
Wanna get
had
out
all
of some
types of
ratchet
stuff.
shit,
They
right?
where the stripper pole at?
Right.
Girl, we don't got one. But go
We
on.
gonna make something happen.
Yeah, we gonna make something shake. You feel me? So really work in your means.
Yeah.
Don't go overboard.
Mhm.
You feel me? Where you go bankrupt.
Right.
You feel me? And fourth, you feel me? Give yourself enough time to promote. That's one of the biggest things. I throw
Yeah.
parties a short amount of time only
Mhm.
because I've been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But don't look at me and think that you can also do this. You feel me? I say give yourself anywhere to 2 months to 3 months out. You feel me? To plan, organize, and promote your party. Also, the secret to club promotions is book birthdays.
There you
Book
go.
birthdays. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something about birthday. Nobody celebrates their birthday by themselves.
Mm-mm.
If you can book 10 birthdays,
Mhm.
and those 10 people bring 5 people apiece,
Mhm.
you're already at 50 people.
Mm-hmm.
9 out of 10, 1, 2 of them people is going to bring more people than that.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it's going to help you have more of a successful events. You feel me? So make sure if you're trying to do events, book birthdays, always book birthdays. Not only that, the average birthday person spends 10 times more than the average attendee.
True.
They're more
I can see
likely to
that.
buy bottle service. They're more likely to buy booze. They're more likely to pay for a shout out or a lot of different things that, you feel me, people can upsell. So Book birthdays. That's always the first thing I do. I'm looking for who's celebrating a birthday this month.
Right.
And then I start there and then I move forward. You feel me? Unless it's an artist. Like I said, it's two different games. So if you just throwing parties, book birthdays.
That makes sense though. So now, how do you keep yourself innovative when it comes to promoting? It sounds like I hear you are a thinker for
Yeah.
sure. I see you on your toes with it. How do you stay ahead of the curve? How do you keep the innovation going?
Basically, just paying attention to trends. And don't be like some of these rappers that don't go to parties. If this is your craft, then support other people and
Yep.
see what works for them. You feel me? If I'm a baseball player, I'm gonna study the greats. I'm gonna go attend them games. I'm gonna go watch them. You often see LeBron watching Steph Curry and vice versa, and it's the same way. You feel me? With promotions, I go to other people's parties to see what works.
Yeah.
Sometimes this might be a good idea that I can incorporate into what I'm doing,
Right.
or I can build on top of that concept. You feel me? Like right now,
Absolutely.
silent parties have taken off.
Yes.
You feel me?
Have you
So-
thrown one yet?
I definitely haven't, and I definitely am though.
Okay. Yeah, they have taken. I never, when I seen the
Yeah.
concept initially, I was like, really? Like, how do I
Yeah.
even go? I haven't been to one yet.
Yeah.
So I look forward. When you throw one, I'm looking forward to
got
being
you.
to one. But it has become a thing.
Also, paint and sips.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That
It's
kicked
everywhere. It
off
took
like
off.
crazy. Yes.
6-7 years ago, you wasn't hearing about no paint and
Not
sips.
at all.
You used to watch the little white dude on TV,
Right.
draw the little portraits.
Right? Remember?
Teach you
Okay,
how-
QED.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You feel me? And now you got the whole world drawn
Yep.
and sipping. So
Yep.
you feel me? You know, one of the new ideas is the smoking paints.
Yes.
You feel me? So it's seeing what's going on, going out. You feel me? And seeing what works. Don't stay in the house. You feel me? Don't think, oh, that's the competition. I can't. No.
Nah,
You gotta
get in there.
study. You gotta for one be involved, know what's going on, and study what everybody's doing, and seeing what works for you.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. So, just talking about consistency, and I know that's important in business, in every aspect of business. What's your thoughts on consistency, and how do you keep it up?
Tell you the truth, I got a lot of more relationships with venues, so it's kind of easier for me.
Okay.
But I say to be consistent. Consistency means different things. You feel me? In the party world, consistency is what's rememberable. So you don't have to throw a party every week or every month to be memorable. You have certain events that are memorable and that counts as consistency, and people head to stay at the top of the mind. For example, in Sacramento, 2 events I couldn't miss was the Exotic Erotica and the Naughty Gras. Every year, we go on to Exotic Erotica and Naughty Gras. I
Right.
probably attended 100 parties in between there and can't remember the name, what happened, or nothing. But I knew for sure. In
I was at
February,
that.
I was going to Naughty Gras.
Yes.
And in October, I was going to Exotic Erotica.
I remember them.
You feel me? So
Yep.
consistency in the party world is building on memories. You know, so you might want to aim for July's, the New Year's. And now to other people that have more resources, then yes, it's possible to do something that's weekly or monthly. But let me tell you, sometimes it gets tedious and overwhelming consistently competing with yourself.
Yeah, I imagine so.
You know?
Yeah.
So I suggest instead of aiming for doing it a lot of times, do it for the times that people are most likely to come out. For one, second, times where people are most likely to spend more money. You feel me? And third, things that create memories. For example, Christmas parties might create a memory.
Right.
New Year's, the 2020s might create memories.
Right.
And
Exactly.
so aim for holidays that people celebrate, because it's a higher chance that you're going to get a better turnout.
Makes sense. So how do you handle? We all run across those L's, right?
Oh man, Lord have mercy. I'm facing L right now.
How do you handle those? How do you stay encouraged and motivated?
Man, tell you the truth, you definitely have to stay positive. It is easy to slip in depression, and sometimes you might be depressed and not know it.
You're your hardest critic too, and yes, you're
Yeah,
right about
definitely.
that. Yeah.
So you got to be mindful that sometimes it don't work. But if this is your passion, if you're passionate about something, you understand that I love this so much that I'm willing to suffer. And those are the people that make it. The people that are willing to suffer for the things that they love. You feel me? And this is something that I love to do. So that definitely helps me keep sane with the L, saying that David, this didn't turn out how you wanted it to. You feel me? But you gotta press forward. Not only that, not only did this not work out, we about to figure out why this didn't work out. When I threw a party, I was dating a girl. I got her to give me all her little money to help throw this party, and we didn't make a nickel. She left me outside. I
Damn.
slept on the side of the building.
Damn.
And I woke up in the morning. She didn't ever talk to me again. But I said, what went wrong?
Yeah.
And in that particular situation, I was new. I was anxious. It was a new area. You feel me? I actually found out that the building had 2 addresses.
So the people was probably going to the other address.
Yes, going to the wrong place.
Damn.
You feel me? So it made me more aware of what was going on, and the next one was successful.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I could have quit.
Mhm.
But I decided to continue forward. So yes, these L's sometimes it's hard. Look, I'm behind $30,000-$40,000 for a club that I just got in December. Before the coronavirus hit, I spent $30,000 on a sound system. If I could have predicted the corona was coming, I definitely wouldn't have spent that money
Right.
on, you know.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Save money, please. Don't go spend your money. Always prepare for a rainy day. I say put up 20% of your profits. You feel me? And donate that towards the company to not only for rainy days, but to buy equipment when you may need it, or you know, just to have a cushion.
Yeah.
Cause I'm telling you, you know, a lot of people. You feel me? Thank God that my parents raised me in a God-fearing family. You know, finances is important, but it's not as important as long as we got each other.
Right.
But a lot of people heavily depend on finances.
Right.
Therefore, I say be smart. You feel me? You feel me? And stay positive. And whatever you do, don't fall into depression. This is not the end of the world. It was a problem you had before that probably was the biggest problem in your life, and now you look back and it was minor. So just the best thing I can say for an L is keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, I look at it the same way. When I take a L, I look at what could I learn from that. You take that as a learning lesson, and then you find out what you could have did better, how you go about it next time, and just you find a W in that.
Exactly.
You got to keep on pressing, like you said, and passion, being passionate about whatever it is that you're doing is going. For me, you know, and it's probably easy to say because we probably in the same vein, but for some people, you know, it's hard when they take them L's, like they go into deep dark places.
They go deep dark places. And it's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? And people may leave you. You know, relationships may end over it, but you gotta stay positive. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
If this is what you love, keep moving forward. If that person leave you when you at your bottom, then they wasn't meant to be in your life
That
anyway.
part.
Keep putting one foot in front of another and moving forward.
Yep, say that. So, we talked about how you maintain it during the quarantine, what you doing to kind of, you know, to make things shake. And so, do you have anything that you can talk to that's coming up that you might want to share with the peeps that's coming up? Any videos or anything?
I wish y'all could. We definitely have videos. I definitely will not invite you publicly because they definitely will shut
Definitely
it down. And let me tell you,
definitely not.
look, this is something I'm passionate about. I don't suggest you do it. You know, you can get in trouble. You feel me? I am taking a risk by throwing undergrounds. I do tell people, you feel me, please be mindful of your surroundings. You feel me? Wear your mask. You feel me? We usually have anywhere from 20 to 50 people. It's relatively birthday parties and smaller gatherings. Because regardless, besides of how you may see it, I'd rather you go in a place where I know you have somebody looking over you that care about you than maybe you going to a sideshow or other little underground events where it may create a dangerous situation.
Right.
You know, so yes, I still do conduct events. If you follow me at David B Presents, you can check it out. If you say the right things, I'll send you the address. If you don't, and you look suspect, then you just gotta wait till the quarantine is over.
There you go. There you have it. So, what's next for you? We talked a lot about what where you coming back from and what you got going on. But within this next year, we're still fresh in 2020.
Yes, we are.
We ain't letting the quarantine, Corona, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it,
Definitely
stop nothing. So, what's going on for you for this year? What's your goal?
This year, my goal is just to reestablish myself. I'm planning big summer parties. I'm working on a Summer Beach block party in Sacramento, California, with working with the Boat Life captains. If you know anything about the yacht parties, I do legendary yacht parties.
That's you?
Yes, it is. Definitely.
David B.
Definitely. Shout out to Ambiance Nightclub that allow us to use big boats. shout out to all the boats that came out and connected with us. But yeah, some of the greatest times of my life, we really enjoyed ourselves. We stayed on the water all night. You feel me? I'm working on getting permits to rent out the beach and bring a free concert there.
Man, people was coming from far. I had
Oh,
my
definitely
cousins and them
was.
coming from out of state.
Ooh-wee, them
I was
boat
like, y'all
parties.
coming to Sac? They were like, we're trying to
Yeah.
get on the river.
And
Like,
you know
oh,
it.
wow. So, yes, you did
Yeah.
your thing. So, okay, that's what's
and
coming
this
up.
year, we plan to make it even bigger.
Okay.
You feel me? That's what I'm planning for right now. Also, we looking towards October, and just doing different events. You feel me? Planning and moving forward. Like I don't know the
I hope
status.
they have us free. for
Man,
the
you know they just canceled the
summer.
state fair.
I know. I seen it on the news.
Yeah, I said, oh, no.
They did, y'all. They canceled the state fair.
Boy, you know you gotta go to the state fair. If you don't go to your fair, you gotta go to the state fair.
Yeah, so I'm hoping us is free for the summer. Cause I said the same thing. I said the river gonna crack. People is not going down there. So that's gonna be interesting on how they even try to control that. I hope that this is up by then.
And also pay attention. Look, also to travel and do things in other places not that expensive. I know it's kind of off topic, but you got the Black Beach Week in Miami. You got the Essence Festival
Okay,
in
you hear?
Florida. You got a lot of different events. Sometimes, look, check out the tickets. I suggest that you plan ahead of time. If we are shut down, because like I said, I like to see people have a good time.
Right.
Look into other places that might be up and going. If you go to these places, be mindful of what's going on, just in case to keep safe. But my advice is everybody continue to enjoy life. I'm gonna try to
Absolutely.
bring you consistent entertainment anytime that I can. And stay tuned. David B Presents on Instagram, and we just gonna keep going. So whatever God allows me to have or come in my life, that's what I'm gonna take.
Hello, that part. I love your energy, and I am
Yeah.
so happy that you came through and bless us with all that knowledge and set the record straight in some areas that people needed to have a better understanding about. So, my last question to you, I know I talked about a year, but I'd like to even reach out further. 5 years, where are we going to see David B?
Oh, 5 years, David B is gonna not only throw events, but I'm looking to monopolize these events. I'm looking to brand events, and that's my main goal. Just like they got the what's the festival called where all artists come out and they do the big concert in the Bay Area.
You talking about the
yeah,
Rolling
Rolling
Loud?
Loud.
Yeah.
I plan to create events that's going to leave a lasting effect on people's lives and memories to celebrate life. Therefore, I'm looking to take these hip hop events and these parties to the next level and put it in on a stage. You feel me? That's higher and provide better quality entertainment and continue to cater to not only African Americans but different races. But yeah, that's my goal in 5 years. You definitely will see me. I definitely will have something like V Live. No, strip clubs is not on the platform. I'm not looking to build because I know people associate me with a lot of underground. But my goal is to monopolize the celebration of life.
Okay, I like that. I like how you put that. Like he articulated. He did some Obama right there. So yes, you guys, we are wrapping it up. I definitely thank everybody who tapped in with us. I seen all the questions and the communication. I definitely will answer those if there are any for me to be able to answer for you, or at least I get you in the right direction to answer those questions. It is a wrap for us tonight. Make sure you tune in next week to the Queen's Table. You guys enjoy your weekend. It's gonna be hot out here in Sac.
Yes,
So
it is.
y'all, I don't know what y'all gonna do with y'allself, but make sure y'all are safe. Make sure you're protected. Make sure you are practicing social distancing. And I am out. Peace, love, and light.
And thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.